Last week, we established the foundation, tracking your money. We stopped guessing and started looking at the reality of our spending. So now, when you see those numbers in black and white, the natural instinct is often to jump straight into fix-it mode. You might feel like you need to start slashing expenses or restricting your lifestyle in order to make the numbers look better. Hold up, hold up. Deprivation is not the strategy here. Before you can make smart decisions about how, why, and when to spend, you have to first have a clear vision of why you're spending, or choosing not to spend. So before we talk about how to manage the money, we have to answer the most important money question. What is money actually for? Most people drift through their financial lives. They make money, they pay bills, then they buy some stuff, and then they hope there's enough money left over at the end. But financial freedom isn't built by wishing. But it's not about having a giant pile of cash that you never touch either. It's about having options. So ask yourself, if you had the financial freedom that we talk about, what would your life look like? Is it stability, knowing that if the car breaks down or you lose your job, you're okay? Is it experiences, taking the family to Europe or spending a summer at the lake? Or is it adult toys, a new state-of-the-art road bike, a boat, an RV? Or is it simply time, the ability to retire early and spend your days doing whatever the heck you want? There are no wrong answers here. If you love expensive road bikes, great. If you don't care about cars, but you want to send your kids to college debt-free, hey, that's great too. The goal isn't to stop spending. The goal is to spend meaningfully on the things that matter to you and rigorously cut the things that don't. This brings us to an essential and kind of cool balancing act, your present self versus your future self. People that don't balance the present and the future tend to fall into one of two traps. Trap number one is the impulsive spender. This person is hyper-focused on the present self. They want the upgrade now, the experience now. They might have a great time today, but they're constantly stealing from their future self to pay for it. And the cost isn't just about being broke at 60. It's the pervasive sense of anxiety and stress they feel all along the way. It's the panic when the car breaks down or the roof starts leaking. It's that gnawing feeling in the back of their mind, even when they're out having fun, that they've got no safety net. They know deep down they aren't building stability, and that stress is always there, lurking in the background. And to make it worse, their kids are watching. They absorb that hidden anxiety, and often they either repeat the same pattern or they swing in the opposite direction and fall into the second trap. Trap two is the miser, or the fearful saver. This person focuses exclusively on the future self. They pinch every penny now. They drive a car they hate, and they skip the family vacation because they're so worried about what might go wrong in the future that they miss out on living now. They're planning on a rich future self, but they aren't living a very gratifying life now. And we have to ask, what in the world is the point of that? Planning for the future is vital. We can't ignore it. But so is living today, because while we need to prepare for future moments, the only moment we ever actually live in is this one, right here, right now. If you sacrifice every single today for a tomorrow that is decades away, you might reach the finish line wealthy, but you'll have missed the entire journey. We don't want either extreme. We want the balance. We want to find the middle ground. We want to make sure your present self is happy, buying the things that bring genuine joy today. But we also want to make sure to be saving and investing enough money and making sure it's working hard for you along the way, that money, so that your future self has a stable and secure life of financial freedom and a world of opportunities open to you. This is what you want to model and teach your kids. But that balance doesn't happen by accident. It only happens when you start seeing your money as a specific tool for specific goals. You have to decide which sacrifices are worth it to you. And the only way to know that is to know what you want money to do for you today and next year and 10 years from now and so on. When you know that, you feel confident and assured making those trade-offs without the guilt or the fear of missing out. You can say, I'm not buying the new iPhone right now. My current one still works just fine. I'm not depriving myself of anything meaningful. I'm choosing my future self and an early retirement. That's powerful. That's control. That's how you move towards financial freedom and how you show your kids the path from an early age. So here's where this gets really fun for parents. Invite your kids into this dreaming phase. Kids are naturally present self thinkers, right? They want the candy now. They want the toy now. This is your chance to teach them the skill of goal setting. Sit down with them this week. Ask them, what's money for? What is something big that you really want? Maybe it's a gaming console or a specific trip or a car when they turn 16. Let them dream. And then help them connect the dots. Show them that by not spending all their money on impulse buys today, the present self, they're getting closer to the big dream, the future self. You aren't telling them no. You're teaching them to say yes to something bigger. When they see you doing this, when they hear you say, we aren't going out to dinner tonight because we're saving for that Disney trip, they learn that money is a tool for building a life that you love. So here's the assignment for week 3. Last week, we started the habit of tracking your spending. So now you should have some data on your spending, and this week it's about creating your vision. Sit down as a family and ask, what does money mean to you? Or what do you want money for? Don't be too formal about it. You aren't exactly setting goals as much as getting everyone to start dreaming and tying that dreaming to money, because you're building the connection that to have those things, it's going to take money, whether it's for now or for later. And also it starts the process of discernment. For example, when we were having this conversation a couple of weeks ago, our teenage son said first, I want a Bugatti, but then quickly realized on his own that that's a lot of money and he probably doesn't really want to pay that high of a price, which isn't to discourage him, but he made the choice on his own. There's going to be a sporty car for a lot less money that would likely bring him nearly the same amount of joy. Smart money kid. It was pretty cool to see. And this is the point of this week, just to get everyone thinking and connecting the dots, both now and to the future. In the meantime, keep tracking your spending, reinforcing this new habit. The next week, we'll start to tie these two together into practical applications so you can start moving towards financial freedom with confidence and still enjoy your life right now. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share. See you next week.